Hi guys, I'm back. I barely made it. It's Friday. Um, Now I just want you guys to know probably next week I might not be dropping a video. It might be the week after just because next weekend is the wedding and we are doing a lot of last minute preparations, making sure we have everything together. And I may or may not have time, so don't be surprised if I don't drop one next week, but I will be right back on it the week after. I'm staying on top of this. Like I said, even if I got a phone ghetto, I'm doing it. Um, A lot going on this week, but kind of the same stuff. I got my wedding hair done. If you guys like it, it's all it's all new. I decided to ombre it all so that it's super cute for wedding pictures and it matches my colors. So super excited about that. I've been tossing it all over the place, showing it off like, oh, I got the wedding hair, and I'm loving it. So there's that. Been working on my forehead wrinkles too. They're there, but not as bad. So I'm getting the little stuff done now. We decided we're going with silk flowers because they wanted $80 for a bouquet that I'm going to carry down an aisle and throw at somebody who's going to put it in their freezer till they get sick of it and throw it in the trash. So I figure if it's silk, at least they can keep them, store them in their closet after they catch them, and they still look beautiful and they look real from even the slightest distance. So that's what I'm doing with that. Um, Again, not too much going on. I've been driving Lyft. I'm still waiting on the realtors board to make a decision. Sorry, my contact is weird. Um, Still waiting on the realtors board to make a decision, but hopefully that will be soon. They have not denied me. My broker actually called and checked on it, and they are still processing everything. So there's good news on that front. Um, Wanted to tell you guys a story. Kason, he's my little autistic guy. We have all these challenges with him. Like, remember, I was just talking about he broke his arm. He's already mostly healed from that, even though he's supposed to be in the sling for another week and a half or so. But he seems to be fine, and he keeps wiggling out of it sideways. And he managed to fall at school again on the same arm, scrape his elbow and knee on that side. So that's going to look really cute for wedding pictures. I'm really excited about that. But it just he did something yesterday, which it's really funny, but it just goes to illustrate that sometimes we underestimate autistic children and what they're capable of because he has that language barrier and the that inability to really properly fully communicate everything. You don't realize what goes on in his head and how much he's got going on in his head. But he's a thinker because um I was on my Amazon credit card, and I was going to go pay the bill, and I looked and I realized it was about $200 more than it was supposed to be, and I freaked out. I was like, "Oh my god, somebody got my stuff." So I went to look at the charges, and there were 17 $15 to $10 movie, like, bought movie charges on Amazon. Now, keeping in mind, I had the Amazon account on a like, you have to put in a 5-digit PIN code to be able to purchase anything on that account. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how he did this. Now the code was simple. It was 12345, and um, and I was thinking, well, that'll be fine. He's not going to figure it out. He's going to push on it. It's not going to work, and it did work for about a year, and somehow he cracked the code. This kid figured it out. And so I had to call Amazon yesterday. I was on hold with them. I had to wait for them to individually clear out all 17 movie charges and take $205.51 off my credit card. So we were laughing about it, but I wanted to just kind of see what his process was. So I was watching him. I went up to his room. I told him you can't buy movies. It's broken. We can't do it. I changed the code, of course, into something a little bit more complicated. And and he takes the remote out of my hand like I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about. And he goes, and now I watch him go from rent to buy. He clicks over to the buy option and then clicks on it super casually, like he's done this his whole life. He goes to the screen, and I watch him just like nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, enter 2, enter 3, enter 4, enter 5, enter, and then down to done, and it didn't go through, and he got angry. And I was like, see, I told you it's broken. But the way he did it was so clean. There was no fumbling. There was no like stop and think about it process. He was just like bam on it. And it really kind of astounded me, and it made me give him all new respect for what goes on in his head and how smart he really actually is. Because there's a lot of 9-year. I'm sure he saw me do it maybe one time because I've got him a couple of movies pre-approved or whatnot, and he must have seen me do it, and I didn't even realize he saw me do it. And that's all it took, is watching me one time, and he was able to crack the code. So next time, if I ever do actually get him a movie, I'm gonna have to stand there and block the TV with my body so he can't see what I'm doing when I put the new code in. But it was kind of amazing and astounding. And of course, true to his nature, he see in our house, when we mostly cuss when there is like something that makes us angry that happens, and it just gets blurted out. And true to his form, as he can't do it for like the third time in a row, he yells out, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, so maybe I need to work on that too. I don't know. But yeah, that's my funny story. I now have a regular credit card bill that I can actually pay without having to worry about it. But I just want to say, if you have an autistic child, or you come in contact with an autistic child, don't take them for granted. There's a lot more going on in their head than you realize. There is a lot more than you can see. They're so smart, and it's almost like they're trapped behind a curtain, and that curtain doesn't allow us to see them, but they can see us, and they can see everything we do. They process everything we do, and they know what's going on. So please give them credit, because they're awesome and wonderful, but they definitely need to be approached differently than a regular child. And you just need to keep it in mind that you might be underestimating the child that you're in contact with, because I promise you that this kid is not to be underestimated. So anyways, Cash has to go out of town for work from Sunday to Wednesday, which I'm bummed about, but I will get everything the rest of the way together, have everything packed and ready to go. So far, everything is working out. Everyone that I want to be there is scheduled to be there, and I'm just really excited. I'm going to film everything for you guys. I did something special with the wedding ceremony part of it. I'm not going to say publicly what it is, because I don't want him to see it and then not be surprised. But I think that once you guys see it, you guys are going to laugh. It's going to be fun. I have something really cool planned out. All right. I love you all. I will talk to you soon. Again, if not next week, then the week after for sure, and probably earlier in the week, since I skip Friday if I do. Okay, so I love you all. I can't wait to show you some videos next week. All right, guys, have a good day, have a good week, and I'll see you soon.